Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daisy and today I wanted to film a video carrying on from the other day but also very fitting for this week. It is Baby Loss Awareness Week. It started on the 9th of October and it carries on until the 15th of October. And yeah, I wanted to film how to cope with a miscarriage, how to cope with loss. These are things that I found helped me, and some of them may help you, not all of them, but I just thought I would share my top things about how to cope with miscarriage or loss. So before I get into it, I just wanted to remind you that you are not alone, and you know, losing a baby sucks, whatever stage, whether you've just given birth, whether you were pregnant, whether it was 10 weeks, whether it was 4 weeks, whether it was 40 weeks, losing a baby, losing a child is a horrible thing to go through. Unfortunately, it's far too frequent, and I'll just leave this statistic here. For some people it may help and for others it won't, so I'm sorry for those that it won't. But 1 in 4 pregnancies end in miscarriage, and that's before you even think about those who haven't found out they're pregnant yet. So for those of you who are suffering your first miscarriage, please don't think that it's going to happen every time. You know, the statistics are in your favour that you've had 1 miscarriage, you hopefully won't suffer another one. So please don't let that put you off trying again. And yeah, like I said, you are not alone. I'm always here, and so many other people out there are. So yeah, reach out for support, and I hope you find the tips and things that I found helped me. I hope at least one of them helps you. My first one would be to watch videos, read stories, find out and hear other people's stories. I searched and searched on YouTube and on Google for blogs, articles, you know, videos, everything all about other people having miscarriage. What happened? How did they go through it? Did they ever have a healthy pregnancy with a live birth? You know, I searched and searched, and I wanted to see my story or a similar scenario in their video or their story, so that I could at least feel a bit like, all right, okay, well, it will happen, and have that bit of positivity back. Yeah, it helped me when I was going through it to just feel like, right, okay, and just get that level-headedness back, and I don't know that I just wasn't alone, know that I'm not the only one going through this, know that, you know, there are others out there. And yeah, you will, at the time I felt like I would never be happy again, and you know, hearing how other people would speak about it, yeah, it just helped. And everyone's story is different, that's what I learned, so you will not find your specific situation in anyone else completely. And that's why I thought it was important to share my story the other day, because you know, I couldn't find my story, so the more stories that are out there, then the more hope that there is that you'll realise that you aren't alone, and it's okay to feel the way you feel. Number 2 is research, and this is one that is very much, it depends what sort of person you are. Some people will love the research and some people won't love the research and knowing the ifs and the buts, and I think it depends on what sort of a miscarriage you had. You know, there's people who have ectopic pregnancies, and to know the statistics and the reasons behind why an ectopic pregnancy happened will help some people, and sometimes people just don't want to know the statistics, and they don't want to research it, and they don't want to know anything. They just, at the end of the day, they lost a baby, and that's that. I was shocked to see certain statistics and certain research and things like that. Just for example, that 1 in 4 pregnancies end in miscarriage, and that's before you even include pregnancies that, you know, happened so early that people didn't even know that they were pregnant yet. So yeah, research. If that's the kind of thing that you want to do, that you want to know about, and you think that would help you, then definitely do some of your own research and see if that helps you feel any more able to cope with the situation that you're in. Another tip of how to cope would be have a timeline. Know when you are allowed to try again. So most hospitals and most doctors will recommend that you wait at least 1 full cycle after you have miscarried. Now, just think about the timeline. You know, medically, okay, you can try again in, you know, 1 more cycle's time, but just be prepared for your own timeline. You know, don't rush it if you don't want to. You don't have to try again immediately, but if you know that you can try again in a month's time and that's what you want to do, then that's also fine. Just create your own timeline. There is no right or wrong. My next how to cope would be with just allowing yourself to grieve. Allow yourself to feel every emotion that you want to feel, whether that's to be angry, to cry, to be sad, to be miserable, to be however that is, whatever that means that you've got to do. Just allow yourself that time to do it. Your feelings are valid, whatever they are. At the end of the day, you lost a baby, and there's no telling you how to act when you're in that situation, and no one can predict how you're going to act when you're in that situation. So act however you want, feel whatever more emotion you want, and don't feel guilty of it. Grieve the way that you need to grieve. I think something that I thought about was, you aren't just grieving the loss of, you know, the pregnancy that you've just lost. You're grieving the loss of a baby, of your future. The moment you find that positive test, or the moment you get that positive test, you start dreaming, you start imagining, you know, taking your child for the first day at school and whatever other life milestones there are, and allow yourself to grieve for all of that if you need. Yeah, just take as much time and as long as you need, months, years, whatever it is. Just take your time, and when you're ready, you'll know. Another one would be just to remind you that you don't get over it. You learn to navigate a different way through life. You learn to move through life with this grief, with these feelings, and you learn to just adapt. You adapt and you learn different ways, and yeah, whatever ways that are right for you, again, are right for you, and no one else can determine that but you. Another one is, don't blame yourself. Don't say it's your fault. Don't say it's because you took a paracetamol. Don't say it's because you ate some pate on toast, or, you know, you had a bit of caffeine. Like, whatever it is that you're saying, it's you, or you're thinking, is it because I did this? Is it because I did this? No, it's not. Stop it. Don't put yourself through that. It's not worth it. And yeah, just don't blame food or anything like that, or something that you did. Don't blame you. Next would be talk to your partner. Your partner is the one going through this with you. Your partner will also be feeling a loss, a grief, and talking to Aidan was really good. It showed me how he was feeling, and he was trying to remain strong for me the whole time, and it was important for me to know how he felt too. So talk to your partner. You've got to remember that even though they're going through the grief and you're going through it physically, they're watching you go through it. They are seeing you in pain and they are unable to help. They're feeling helpless. They are feeling every emotion that you feel other than the physical sides, but they feel it in a different way physically. They feel, yeah, it's important to remember just to talk to them. If it's difficult to open up, then try and approach it in a different way. But if you do feel able to, it is important to talk to them. And following on, I would say just open up. When you're ready, open up and share your story. Don't keep it private or anything like this or anything like that. Share that you lost a baby when you're ready. You know, tell people what happened. I can hand on heart say that when people talk about my babies or anything like that, it's so lovely. They are still a massive part of our family, and yeah, I don't want them to be forgotten, which is what happens if, or it's how I felt, it's what happens if you don't tell people and talk about them. So yeah, when you're ready, share your story, whether that be you just tell your family and friends, you put it on Instagram, you write a blog, you put it on a YouTube video, whatever that be, however comfortable you feel to share your story, do that. And a bit like I said at the beginning, I search for other people's stories, and your story could help someone else. So when you're ready, not before, when you're ready, just try and share your story and see how you feel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that at least one of these how to cope tips helped you, and please let me know if you have any others in the comments down below, so that anyone who watches this can see your comment and find other ways that you used to help you cope too. Bye.